IG at 5756 Foundation. NFL alumni, you can find me at dion.fox@nflalumni.org or Mr. Fox at 5756foundation.com.
Ken Oxendine.
It's Ken Oxendine at Ken Oxendine, all things Ken Oxendine on the web, boxsportsgroup.com, BoxSG on Instagram, and Ken Oxendine at gmail.com, Ken.Oxendine at NFLalumni.com.
That's right. We're talking playoff football here. It is upon us. NFL action with too many played the game. Ox, what's the next game?
You have the big game, the Monday Night Football, Cowboys versus the Bucks.
Can I just say 1 second how much of a Bucks fan I am? I mean, I never had a beef. I've never had a beef with Tom Brady. I'm not from Baltimore. I'm not from Pittsburgh. I'm from Philly. I understand greatness. I'll give him the go. But man, am I a fan this week, especially on Monday night? Gentlemen, please give your expert analysis. I'm just talking as a fan, a Philly fan of what I don't even want to hear anymore after this week about the Cowboys. So Tom Brady, work the magic one more time, sir.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Right?
And the reason why I say that is because if we base it off last week's performance going into the playoffs, you want to have momentum. Washington wasn't playing for anything last week. They had a third string quarterback in. It was one of those things where, everybody was asking why, but you played yourself out the playoffs in 2 weeks prior. You put in a third string rookie that you just got, and you play against Dallas starters, and you blow them out the water, and it could have been worse than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas isn't looking too good. Okay. You got TB12 that at one point he was shaky about they don't think he's going to get into the playoffs. He has a way to work his magic. He's still got a couple tricks in the bag. And wouldn't this be that year that the magic comes out the bag and he wins, 1 or 2 playoff games and starting off on the biggest stage ever in the playoffs. There's no other game on Monday.
At all.
That is the biggest Monday night. Monday night is the biggest stage to play on in the playoffs, for a playoff game. Outside of the Super Bowl being the only game, a Monday night playoff. This is the first time I've ever heard of a Monday night playoff game.
That is
right?
Monday night really quickly, do the other players, when you play on Monday nights, like everybody's watching, or either the Sunday night game, nobody else is playing. The players, you hear them say, nah, I'm not watching. Well, I got something else to do. So they're saying they're not watching. Are the players watching other players playing on that big stage by themselves?
They're checking them out, I think.
Of course they are.
Yeah. Because they compare themselves. And then, especially if you play in the following week, you're looking for any little edge that you can and what they're doing in that game. And so, and those parts that go into that.
There's a difference when you watch the game. There's a difference when you watch the game on TV and then when you see that same game when they broke it down in film. It's a difference. When they break it down in film, they break it down in distance, and you're watching a bunch of cut-ups and down the distance in the film room. You're not watching the game and rewinding. When you're watching it on TV, you're watching real time what's going on and reactions. You try to pick up little keys of what you see. A lot more cameras out there now than what it was 20 years ago when I was on the field playing. So yeah, I watched, and I'm sure that